Hey, it's Amy Lewis from the KFBK Morning News. Monday through Friday, 5 to 9 a.m. You can find us on 93.1 FM, 1530 a.m. and on your iHeartRadio app at kfbk.com. Flows right off the tongue, doesn't it?
Look at that.
It's Brendan Hayfley from Catalyst Mortgage, and we're actually talking about something that I think is great. Did you know that the greater Sacramento area is one of the nation's hottest housing markets and getting hotter as we speak? So, great news.
You know, it really is. You know, especially the past 10 years, with how turbulent everything's been. It's nice to see that Sacramento's on a rebound and the region's on a rebound. But more importantly, you know, that wealth and home ownership and equity is building, for everyone that's purchasing or currently does own.
Okay, but for the hot housing market, so I'm a brand new home buyer and I'm on a limited amount. I've saved and saved. Am I priced out of this market, or do I have a shot to get a house in this market?
It's a great question. And what I tell people, great question. What I really urge people to do is, first off, get pre-approved, and at the same time, work with a realtor in the area that you are, looking.
Yeah.
Most people always say,
like where you're going to put your kids in school,
exactly.
or
if somebody specializes in Fair Oaks, or somebody specializes in Land Park or East Sac, and so on. But also, you always want to interview 2 or 3 realtors. I'm a firm believer. Get a good opinion, just like when you shop for a mortgage. Same thing with a realtor. But what's important about this is, if let's say today you qualify for a $400,000 purchase price today.
Yeah.
Well, if really we are on the trend that everybody's predicting that we're going to be the hottest housing market in 2017, or one of the hottest, well, where's your qualification going to be for the same type of house later on this year? In, June, July, August, September,
Right.
October, you're either A, going to see less house for the same $400,000, or, you're going to have to pay more to get the same house that you would get today. So it's one of those things that you really have to be, if your mindset is, I want to purchase in 2017, I want to make this a reality, you need to start doing the research now on not just your loan, but on real estate.
I own a home. I want to make refinancing a reality. Is this good news for me too, this hot housing market?
Absolutely. So what most people sometimes don't realize is that, your loan to value is important when you're refinancing, a mortgage. So
Yeah.
even let's say 5 years ago, people that were underwater, 5 years ago to now, if you're underwater by 10%, there's a good chance you're not underwater anymore. There's a very good chance. So every time we see price appreciation, you see the ability of somebody able to refinance now to get a lower interest rate if they couldn't 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. Now they might be able to.
I think it's interesting too, because I kind of found myself in the situation with rising home equity. I own my home. How do I use that equity to my advantage?
Well, great question, like we've talked about in the past, is, if you do have a lot of home equity and you have credit card bills, you're putting a child through college, or you're looking to improve the property value via a home remodel or kitchen or an addition, utilizing your home's equity can actually be perfect, and it's also tax deductible. So with the appreciation of home value, it gives more Sacramentans and people in this region an opportunity to utilize your home. I would not recommend using it as a piggy bank like some of my competitors continue to say. It's really more about using it strategically to benefit your long-term financial position and what's going to be better for your family.
So I have 2 questions. This one is about timing and the second one is about your competitors. So here's the deal. So I just heard from you that the housing market is red hot here in Sacramento. We're looking great. Now's the time to buy. Now's the time to refinance. Is it going to, I know you can't predict the future, but take us 6 months down the road or 9 months down the road, you still feel like Sacramento's going to be great?
I definitely think that any market's going to have their ups and downs. Do I personally think 2017 is going to be a great year? I really do.
Okay.
But the fact is, let's say home prices drop. Okay, let's say at the end of the year into 2018, 2019, we see a pullback of 3 or 4 or 5%. Interest rates are still historic lows, number one. So the amount of money you're going to save on interest now while rates are low compared to where they're going to be in 5 years or 3 years or 2 years or even in a year, the amount of money you're going to save in the difference in interest versus a home price going down a little bit, it still totally balances. And I would say that talk to a mortgage professional, ask the questions on really what are the differences if prices did drop versus what my interest savings would be based off of forecasts, of course. And you will see you're going to save. It's definitely still worth it.
If I'm doing my research and I have found these people can get me this loan at this rate and all this, Can I bring it to you and say, can you beat that loan?
Absolutely.
Can you beat that rate?
Absolutely. Without going into like selling Catalyst,
You can? Really,
I
though?
want to make sure that it's made clear. 9 times out of 10, Catalyst Mortgage can beat any written rate and fee structure, and we consistently do.
Now I have one last question.
Yes.
Can you do anything about my hair?
No, sorry.
That is all you need to know about this red hot housing market in Sacramento. Go to catalystmortgage.com. I can't do anything about my hair either. Catalystmortgage.com.